Bombing, episode 90.
You look good with a mustache.
You think so?
Yeah, if you
yeah.
if you could grow a decent one, it looks solid.
I can't. Especially not jet black like this one.
No, you'd have to fucking dye it.
I can't.
Could you
I tried.
imagine?
I've tried to grow a mustache,
Yeah.
and it just looks pathetic.
Oh man.
And it's blonde. And I always get to the point where it's like almost there, but it looks so bad that I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? I should do the Hitler one though.
I don't know about that.
That'd be
one.
pretty funny.
I think I like the Maverick one
With
you got
the
going
way
right
you
now.
already look.
You think so?
Yeah, you're too blonde for the Hitler mustache. I
don't know. We
You're
should
like
try it.
you're like what he thought of when he like did all
Yeah,
that stuff.
You're
you know?
like his dream boy.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how about we just try it? All right, guys.
all right.
Okay, you guys ready to go?
Yeah,
You got your mustache on.
yeah.
I got mine on,
Okay.
and we should start the podcast. You know?
All right. Let's let's get the podcast started.
Yeah, I like your look. I like your mustache.
Yours is there.
It's good, right? Wait, what?
It's yours is there. It too.
Looks good.
I mean,
It's all I could grow. Last minute.
that's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not as hair savvy as most people.
All right.
I can really only grow the soul patch.
Okay.
But I don't think anyone else has done it though. That's what I think. I
All
think it's
right.
kind of unique, actually.
All right. So you're gonna stick with that for the rest of the pod?
Well, I'm just saying I don't know anyone else who's got like just the soul patch mustache. You know.
I don't think anyone's had it for when were the 40s? 80 years ago?
Yeah, quite a while.
Yeah.
Was it popular back then?
I mean, until
Did everybody have it?
until it wasn't very quickly. Yeah, it was. I guess it was popular.
That's weird. I think it looks really good.
All right.
What ruined it though?
You know how Michael Jackson had like the glove?
Oh yeah, that was sick. That was tight.
Okay, and then like Michael Jackson became kind of like a sketchy guy, and people
yeah.
felt weird about the glove.
Yeah.
There was a guy in the 40s who had a mustache like that,
Really?
and sometimes,
cool?
well, some people thought he was real cool.
Oh, I bet he looked. I mean, if he had a mustache like this, I bet he was pretty tight.
Okay, but here's the problem: he did some stuff that wasn't cool,
Oh,
even a little bit.
really?
Yeah, and then
Well, I mean, you can. I'm sure you guys can separate the hair from the crimes. You know.
see, we would love to.
Can you separate the hair from the crimes though?
It's funny that you bring that particular guy up because
Well, I didn't bring anybody.
because you do actually with him have to separate the art from the artist. He
Yeah.
did some paintings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He also slaughtered 6 million Jews.
Oh yeah. See, but that people
Yeah.
focus on that. I mean, that was just like it's a big hit, obviously.
No, it was like the hit. That's like
Yeah.
that's what he's known for.
Yeah.
is doing that awful
So you
thing.
wanna
No, I
be,
know,
like,
and that was
casual
bad.
about it?
And that was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
However,
Oh.
Let's be casual about it.
he did have a mustache,
Yeah.
and he pulled off.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all I'm saying.
And you
He shouldn't
think
have,
you
he shouldn't have
pull
done
it
those
off.
things though.
You think you pull it off too?
I think so. Yeah. I think I could bring it back.
Okay. Well,
You know, I'll give it a few outings. See what the masses say.
Oh, you're going to wear that in public?
Well, it's real.
Yeah.
I can't just rip it off my face.
I'd highly advise against that.
We can't go to Norm's with him.
Maybe shave before we get dinner later tonight.
Okay, I'll shave. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
shave.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hurt right now, to be honest.
Okay.
Kind of hit me right in the ego there.
Okay. Well, look.
I went out for a risk. I tried a bold, new, personality change, and I'm kind of going through that right now. And you guys are kind of dogging on me, and
Okay.
but I appreciate it as friends.
Yeah. Wouldn't you rather it
I don't know why I'm getting piled on right now because of my mustache. I mean, at the end of the day, it is just a mustache.
It's just a
Like, I
mustache.
don't think other crazy things.
All right.
In fact, I did have a couple ideas.
Oh, ideas about what?
They're pretty bad.
Oh,
Maybe we'll talk about them later.
all right.
They're bad though.
Oh, damn. Well,
They're super bad.
oh man.
Well,
But we'll just, I don't know. I never had these thoughts before the mustache, but now that I have the mustache.
I was gonna ask, like, when you shave the mustache that's real and not fake and can't be peeled off in 2 seconds. When you grew that for real, is that when you started having those thoughts?
It was weirdly instant.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Weirdly instant. I mean, you guys know me. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a nice guy. But like the second I got this mustache, I started having some nuts thoughts.
Wow. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, maybe shave the real mustache off.
Okay. Yeah, I have been tripping out lately. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get rid of it. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right.
Just I mean, I feel like I have to ask. How do you feel about like Poland? Do you think it should be like
I want it.
Oh. I mean, you've never said anything about Poland to me before.
I want it.
All right.
But look, this isn't podcast talk. You know?
I can't look at you, dude. That's too fun. I've been trying to keep it together
I
for
was
10
gonna
fucking
say,
minutes.
Like, how long is the bit gonna go for?
Yeah.
I don't know. We went pretty long.
That's a long bit.
We haven't even introed the podcast yet.
No, we haven't. Let's do that.
All right. Maybe lose the Hitler stash.
All right, I'll lose it.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to episode 90 of Bombing Podcast with very special guest, Elise Fiedlem. Three-peat, I think, right?
Yep.
I think third or
I
second.
was saying that earlier. Yeah, I think
Three-peat.
she's the only podcast guest that's been on 3 times.
That's a hat trick.
Yep.
My name's Ryan Jennings,
I'm Hayden Wyckoff.
and this is a comedy podcast. You guys know this by now. If you don't, what the fuck, dude? Catch up.
If this is your first time watching, this is, like we said, this is Elise Fiedlem. She's a comic friend of ours out here in sunny Los Angeles.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
And this is a comedy podcast where we talk about stand-up comedy and bombing a lot because we're open micers and we bomb more often than kill.
We had some recent bombs.
Oh, shit, yeah. You guys. Oh, I did, actually, yeah.
You did too. Excuse me.
I forgot. Yeah, I did. I bombed. Fuck, that was bad, huh?
Which one?
The one at the bar downtown?
Oh, yeah.
Our first official hell gig?
Yeah, we brought that up the last podcast. Yeah.
Yes.
That was terrible.
Thank you guys for coming, by the way.
course.
Absolutely.
You were kind of my moral support back there.
Yeah.
When half the room was watching the Lakers and the other half was barely listening to me. That was neat.
I mean, we got flight time out of it.
We did.
Flight time, yes. Clock in, clock out.
I know all
Oh,
about
yeah.
flight time.
Hell yeah.
I'm always flying, man.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of hours. Yeah, it was definitely a hell gig, but yeah, you got to some flight time. We bring that up a bunch, and I've never heard anyone else say that. Like when you're on stage, like the comedy clock starts, and when you're not on stage, it's not going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we've been in stand up for what would you say, 3 years?
I'd say 3 years.
3 years.
Because we always talk about that. Like we started in 2019, and
Yeah.
then the pandemic, and we took off longer than we started, and then got back going again. So I always clock it against like 2020.
Yeah.
So that's like 3 years now.
Yeah.
But as
Well, we
far
don't have like 3 years of stage time.
Yeah, exactly.
We do, but we do have 3 years of where
We're actively doing it.
Yeah, stand up is the main focus and all we fucking think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the show must go on regardless of how shitty it might be. Yeah. And
And Elise, I don't know if I told you how this went down, but we talked about this on the last podcast. It was like 3 hours till showtime.
Yeah.
And the promoter of the show texted me last minute. He was like, hey, the venue change, it's downtown instead of fucking 3 blocks that way. And I sat down. Ryan was in bed, like scrolling TikTok or whatever. And I sat down. I was like, I showed him the text, and I was like, what do you think I should do? And he just like, he like laughed for a second. He was like, dude, the ship must have a captain.
Right.
The show must go on. And I was like, all right, fuck it, we're doing it.
we're going downtown
God.
last minute.
Going downtown Los Angeles. We took the the subway down there, and it was
How fun was that? First off, taking us like that night felt like such a comedy night,
That was a nice night.
like a comedian's night
we
out.
needed that.
That was
night.
so fun, huh?
Yeah.
We took the subway to a bar in downtown Los Angeles. I bombed, but we all did sets.
Well, you have to bring up how you guys even ended up getting up, because what happened was when there was a last second venue change, like 3 comics dropped out because they couldn't make it downtown, and you guys were coming anyway. And so when we ran into I think the producer of the show,
The host.
the host, right? Yeah, the host. You guys were like, "Well, we're comics too," and he was just like, "All right, let's get you up. Let's go. Let's go. We got to pack this show."
It was great, and anytime I'm at someone else's show, and I'm not going on, I always have the thought, "Dude, put me up there.
Right?
Let me get up there."
Yeah.
And this was the first time where they did, and I bombed.
You ate a plate of shit.
It was bad. And
Not your best work.
I think it would have been better in a more stand-up environment, but this was just a fucking bar with 5 TVs blasting the Lakers game. And but then we fucking took the subway back and hit a diner, and drunk stumbled home at 1 a.m. It was I mean, that's the shit, man. That's the shit that's so fun.
That was really fun.
You got a show out of it too.
Yeah,
I did. I got a show out of it. I got my own little hell gig out of it.
That was an interesting one.
Oh, it was the exact polar opposite of everything your gig was.
How's that?
It was yours was at a loud bar, lots of TVs, lots of people, no one's paying attention. Mine was at a club, but there's 5 people in the audience who aren't the comedians.
And it was like outside. It was like half outside. It was one of those things.
Half outside. They're paying attention, but they're not laughing at you.
Oh God.
Or even remotely interested.
Or even speak very good English.
They can't even understand the punchlines.
They were all German. I don't know why, but they were.
It was a rough one.
It was rough.
You did good though. I already told you that. But
Yeah.
You pulled it off for the circumstances.
It wasn't a bad set. It was I ended up getting more time than I thought I was, or maybe I just timed it wrong in my head. But the other comedians laughed, and it's like, okay, I'll take that validation at least.
Also, yeah, like your time was never established. But I saw there was that one other woman that was bombing, and I saw the host open the door, which was like behind the stage. He opened that door, and he was like, and she got lit early because she was sucking, and you did like 8 minutes or however long you did. You didn't get lit early.
I was only expecting to do 5.
Yeah.
But I mean, it worked out. They all, all the jokes went over semi well, so I'll take it as a win. It was also the first time I'd gotten booked in so long because, you had gotten word from a mystery friend that, the person who produced this show probably doesn't produce great shows, and you probably don't want to do it. But you did it, and it ended up being okay. And then he offered it to me, and I was like, look, I can't turn down anything.
Nope.
Yeah.
And it didn't end up being the worst experience on the planet, so let's just go with it.
Yep.
You have to get it in while you can.
Yeah.
If someone's offering you a show, man, I think you got to take it.
We're not in an opportunity in our career where we can be like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
You got to take everything that comes in. Every little bit of stage time you have to say yes to.
Yeah, because like I don't have any leverage to be like, nah, not this show. Not.
Yeah, no.
I think you just have to take anything that they give you and do it and bomb a lot.
Yeah.
And then maybe later on, once you can start to say no to things.
Yeah, but we're not even remotely close to that.
No.
You give me a bar show, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the stage time.
I'm saying
For
yes
real.
to unpaid bar shows.
Yeah.
And eventually I'd like to say no to, unpaid bar shows or something.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I can't make it. I'm doing the main room at the Comedy Store tonight.
But think about how many big names are going over to places like the store or the Improv, and they're not getting paid a dime to be there.
Yeah.
And they're just up there doing it because they can, big name people, I don't think Bobby Lee gets paid to show up there every time he's there.
No, they get paid, but it's $15 bucks. Yeah, it's $15. So every time they do a set, it's $15. But I've heard stories where they always just give it to the
door guy.
The door guy or the bartender.
Andrew Santino talks about that a lot. Every set that he does at the store, he just straight to the door guy
Yeah,
or the bartender.
because it's $15.
It's $15, dude.
Because
Yeah.
and that was set back during the comedy strike at the store.
That was back in the 70s.
Yeah. All the comics striked at the comedy store because they wanted to get paid. So there was this big strike, and then they settled on $15 a set, and it's just never changed.
Yeah.
So every set you do, you're like, yeah, you get $15.
But that's also back when, like, you know, not everybody was making road money.
Yeah.
So it was like that probably meant a lot to them. But now that it's like you can just go on the road, you can just do like a string of dates and get a check.
Or podcasts and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, and back then it was like, they were like, we just want, give us gas money and a drink, you know? Give us enough, $15. And back then that was pretty good, I guess.
Oh yeah, that could get you an actual tank of gas back then.
Yeah.
That was probably like $50 is now.
Yeah.
Back then.
And now, I mean, that's just so little, and they've got enough money. So, yeah, I've heard they just give it to the door guys,
Makes sense.
which is good. And
Yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah, it's so funny. It's funny, like, we're not making any money. We're doing the opposite.
We're making a little bit of money.
We've made money once.
I've kept track of it. I've made $30 whole.
Hell yeah.
Doing stand-up.
Hell yeah.
$30 between 2 gigs. I've had 2 paid gigs so far.
Hell yeah.
$30.
Hell yeah.
That's 1/4 a tank of gas in the truck.
I've made $7.50 in 3 years.
Damn.
Just off stand-up. That's not great.
Hey, it's not nothing though.
It's not nothing.
It's better than zero.
I've made,
Imagine doing a job. Imagine like applying for a job, right?
yeah.
And they said, "Okay, we're gonna pay you $7.50 every 3 years." Oh. And I'm going, I'll take it.
Ah.
That's like
Give me that.
That's like how SpongeBob works.
Yeah, almost. Bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Awful wages.
$7.50. That's like that's probably the minimum wage, right, for an hour?
That's
I don't know.
a Big Mac.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a McGriddle and
Yeah.
a water.
Hey, for 3 years of your service, thank you so much for the work that you've done. Here's a Whopper. You get a Whopper.
Damn.
Not even fries. You
Yeah.
don't get fries. You don't
Fries
get. It's
are
not
extra.
a combo.
No, it's not a combo.
It's just the sandwich.
Damn, dude. Oh my god. And I'm saying yes to that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shows don't come so often that you just gotta take them.
Yeah.
I haven't done a show in a bit. I think last one I was at Fourth Wall Cafe. That's a good place.
But you had a good streak there for a minute.
I did.
You had a really nice streak. Both of you did. Both of you had a moment where you were like getting stuff for a minute.
And then it's
I'll
kind of leveled out.
I'll tell you why that happened was because there was a minute at like the beginning of last year, like 2022, where we were hitting like a bunch of different open mics and meeting a bunch of different new people. And that opened up a lot of different opportunities to like do shows around town. And then for whatever reason, we hit this like 6-month malaise where like all we were doing was just going to work, going to Badger, and going home. We weren't like going to the store. We weren't going to different open mics. Like we weren't writing new jokes. It was like this kind of dip. But then as soon as, you know, like we recognized that, we were like, we need to start getting out there again. And as soon as we started going to, you know, other spots around town, like almost
sets.
instantly opportunities started opening up again.
Right.
So we're on that kind of next ride of it. I don't know what that 6 months was. Maybe we were just like depressed or like lazy or something, but
It's definitely depression and laziness. And
but all I know is that the
contentment.
the second that we started doing other mics around town and meeting new people, that's the second that other opportunities started to open up.
yeah, it's all up to you. Like it is what you put in, you get out. You know, you get out what you put in, and I have those times where I'm just like, I don't have it in me, so I'll just go to a couple mics.
We'll go to the home game. We always call Badger the home game.
Yeah, but if you start putting yourself out there, going to different mics, actually talking to comedians afterwards, hanging out, having a cigarette in the parking lot, networking, and doing good on stage. Like it all comes down to doing good on stage. You'll start to get shit. I've been going to the Laugh Factory for the past like 6 weeks in a row.
We need to make that like a group thing. We need to every Tuesday attack that place.
Dude, last Tuesday, I've been going for the past like 2 months or whatever. Last Tuesday, I I walk in and Andrew Cassidy's there, who I'm roasting next month, and he's gonna quit comedy after I roast it. I'm gonna roast him so bad, he quits comedy. But he was there, and Ash Mehta was there, or Sheil Mehta, sorry, and Nick Titoni showed up, and so we all four of us were sitting there, and I finally convinced them to come on, and it was great. Nick fucking killed.
Hell yeah.
Nick Titoni got up for his first time at the Laugh Factory and crushed. You guys know how Nick is. He's very... I don't know how to describe him on stage. You just can't look away.
He's got a vibe.
Yeah. And, he's so exciting up there. And you just want him to win so bad. He crushed. And Sheil did very good as well. And I think people are sleeping on the Factory. I've been saying this for a while now. I think people are sleeping on the Laugh Factory. And it rubbed me the wrong way for a little bit because I went there and had a weird experience. I crushed but didn't get a callback.
Well, the experience was deeper than that. I was there, and they were very vocal about like it has to be 3 minutes and it has to be clean.
Yeah.
And then the guy that ended up getting the callback ran the light and was dirty.
Yeah.
And so it's like
and cursed a bunch.
yeah.
Yep,
And then
yep,
I did really good and was clean. So it just I wasn't like upset. Oh, I deserved the callback.
It was just weird.
It was just a weird. I was like, oh, I guess there's not. I followed the rules and still lost
Yeah.
to a guy who broke them, and that's nothing against him, but
I hate when that happens.
yeah. So I was just like, oh, okay, now I guess there's no rules or whatever.
Yeah.
So I went back to the Improv, and but something keeps drawing me back to the Factory. I just think the people that go to the Factory, the quality of people that show up there are so bad that if you do good enough times and they get to know you, you're in at a club. You're in at a club, and isn't that the goal?
Yeah.
Don't we want to get in at a club?
Yeah.
The Improv is difficult, but awesome.
The store is impossible.
The store is impossible.
Yeah.
Because it's just this, you email once a week for potluck and you get it once a year.
Twice a year if you're lucky.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then the other thing the Comedy Store does is the set of the night mic, which is random. Just like 2 months without doing it, and they're just like, oh, tonight we're doing it. And a door guy always ends up winning the thing.
We've talked about this before. We've all been to set of the night before. This is what happens. A guy that does the road regularly that wants to get in at the store comes in and wins, and everyone else just kind of like does it for stage time.
Uh-huh.
That's how it
Literally,
goes
just to
every
be able
time.
to say they got up in the belly room or whatever.
And the host, like, they're not pulling their names out of the bucket. Like, it's their buddy
Yeah.
who's awesome. And they put them up and they kill, and then they win, and then they get to do the potluck. It's like, it's whatever,
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and I'm fine with that, and I actually totally get it. But it's not reliable.
No.
As a way in. It's very random. But and then the Factory is the bottom. The Factory's in last place, I think, as far as clubs go. But I think people are sleeping on it.
And we talked about this the other night a little bit when we were at Roscoe's talking about this. A lot of it is the fact that when you go to somewhere like the Improv, no matter what time you show up, everyone's name goes in the bucket.
Yeah.
They pull out the bucket. It's all fair. It's like 2 hours. Mm-hmm. And they get a lot of people up there.
A straight bucket.
Straight bucket. Improv, first 10 people in line are guaranteed.
Factory, yeah, the Laugh Factory.
Then they get callbacks. And then they're pulling from the bucket.
They do like 15 minutes of bucket pulls.
Yeah.
They only do like 8 people.
Which is only about 8 people by the end of it. It's a lot of people feel like it's not worth it. Mm-hmm. And I think we talked about this. 10 people guaranteed is too many.
It's old. It's this weird old thing I think they're hanging on to.
Yeah.
Because they always did that. The first 10 people that show up in line get up guaranteed.
Dude, I've heard Bill Burr on his podcast talk about standing in line at the factory, and that was like the 90s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
It's an old idea that they're just not letting go of, and they actually just recently changed it for the first time since they fucking started.
Is that right?
They did just last week. They said the first 10 people in line get up guaranteed, but you won't get up like the next week. Like you can't just be the first in line every single week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's the point of even doing that? Just get rid of it.
Just get rid of it.
Just get rid of the whole standing in line. It's
Or cut it down. Cut it down to 5 or
Yeah.
3. I don't mind that they do it, but 10 is too many, and
it takes up more than half the mic is just the guys in line.
It's a game of who gets off of work first.
Yeah.
And if you get off of work 30 minutes before I do, why does that make you more worthy of a spot than me?
Yeah.
I think that's silly. I think that's dumb.
It is. It's very antiquated.
And they do
Yeah.
it. The Laugh Factory does their open mic the exact same time as the improv. So you have to choose.
Which doesn't help.
No, I think they do that on purpose.
Which I think is kind of dumb, honestly.
I think it's dumb too. You're choosing between, a good thing and a bad thing. That's why everybody goes to the improv. I think they should maybe do a different day and a different time.
Like if they did Mondays,
Sure.
or something.
But I think they should also get rid of the first 10 thing.
Yeah.
Dude, life is so quick and fast paced now. Like there's no reason to get in line at 2 p.m. to do 2 minutes at 5:30.
Yes.
It's just not. I don't think it's like that anymore.
No. It's not worth it.
So they should get rid of the thing, and they should just do like an hour and a half of just bucket. And I think more people would show up and do it. Yeah, dude, I think the biggest thing holding the factory back is that they do it the same time as the improv.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Do it on Monday. Nobody gets potluck.
Yeah.
16 people out of 300 get potluck.
Yeah.
Just do it on Monday.
Do it on a
Literally.
Monday and do it for an hour, 2 hours. Just do it for 2 hours, man. And
Yeah.
they would get people at the club, and I don't get why. I realize that, and the runners of a comedy club don't. Like they're like, why is no one coming to our mic? It's like, why do you fucking think?
Well, think about who I think, and I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure that the Laugh Factory has some of the oldest owners out of all the comedy clubs in LA.
I think you're right on
Which
that.
I think really factors into how it's run.
I didn't even think about that. You're right. Because
Yeah.
Mitzi died like 7-8 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how
And
long
it's
Rita's been at the improv, but I mean, she's an older lady, but I don't
She's
know how
not
long.
that fucking old.
No, she's not that
though.
old, but I don't know how long she's been there.
But think about the people you see at the Laugh Factory running that bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Think about those old guys in those old vests.
Dude, the host, what's his name?
That's a great point. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. It's kind of it's run as an old institution because old people are kind of running it.
They're
Yeah.
stuck. I think they're stuck in this old thing.
That's
this
a great point.
traditionalist.
Yeah.
This is tradition.
And
This
that's why
is
their
how
open
we
mic
do it.
doesn't change. It's
Yeah.
because
This is how we do it.
they're like,
This is how we've done it.
This is how I did it in the early '80s. So this is how these kids today should do it.
Yeah.
If they ever get under new management or if they do it anytime soon, I think the first thing you'll see change is that open mic.
Yeah.
And how it's run, when it's run, the whole kit and caboodle.
Because it's bad, man. It is bad.
It's not great.
But I go because I know like it's bad, so I just got to do good and I'll shine through. You know what I mean? Like and our friends will shine through.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I was talking with Nick Titani after the mic, and he was like, "I get it now," because I've been trying to convince him to come with me, and he was like, "I get it now," and it's just the quality of people are so bad. And we were talking, and we were like, dude, we've seen each other kill at Badger and Jam better than like the good people at the Laugh Factory open mic. Like our friends and peers like are crushing at Badger and Jam in front of nobody. Mm-hmm. And there's these people at the Laugh Factory, getting opportunities that they deserve and whatever. But they're just, I don't know. The Improv is a great mic, though.
Yeah.
I would rather be at the Improv.
Yeah, I think it's the best of them. Just because you get potluck twice a year. We've already talked about the Laugh Factory. The Improv's the only consistent kind of really good club mic.
It's so good, dude. The Improv open mic, Tuesdays at 5 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
5 now.
So good, man. I mean, like the greats come out, and it's packed out. I mean, that's the biggest audience I've ever performed in front of.
I think so. I think me too. Yeah.
Is at the Improv open mic. It's a packed out main room, serious, like real
150 people.
Yeah, comedy set.
144 of them are comics.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's the hardest room also.
Yeah.
Because it's only comics.
Yeah.
And you really gotta. I've done well there, and I've fucking ate shit there.
The best and worst I've ever done were both on the main room at the
Yeah.
Improv. That's both sides of every set
Right in front
I've ever
of
done in
Rita.
comedy. That's both extremes. Both happened on that stage.
Oh yeah.
I get more nervous for the Improv open mic than I was for like potluck at the Comedy Store, because that's just, I know that's a real audience. Those aren't comedians. At the Improv, it's only comedians watching you,
Yep.
and you're just like, fuck,
The judgment.
it's crazy. And Rita's there watching
They're
you.
ranking you.
And when you're bombing, you look at Rita and you see her writing, and you're like, she's casting me out. I know she is.
She's writing her grocery list. She's not even
Yeah.
listening to you anymore.
She's writing never booking Ryan Jennings. That's what she's writing down.
Or worse, the second you go up, she walks out of the room to like take a phone call, and you're like, and then you kill. You're like, God damn it.
Fuck.
Someone comes up and crouches by her and is like, Rita, hi, how are you?
Uh-huh.
And she sits and has a little conversation with them for your whole set.
Yeah.
Yep. You look over to the right. You look over to the right where like all our buddies sit, and they're like, like you just look at them. You're like, I can't look at you right now, guys. Sorry, fellas.
Literally.
I can't look at you.
Half the crowd's too excited about their like buffalo cauliflower coming in from that one tall bartender.
That's a great room, the Improv.
I think it's the best like experience for an open micer to see what like an actual club gig would be like is that open mic, because it really is all that. It's like you got like food and drinks coming out.
Yeah.
More than half the audience is comics, and the people that did just wander in there, they don't know what to expect. They don't know. You like the guy before you could just eat a bag of dicks and then you go up and crush, or the opposite. You follow someone that just levels the whole room, and then you go up and you're like, fuck, Biden's weird, right? You should do some shit that fucking bombs. It's I think it's the closest to like club work that you can get as far as open mics go in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
The Improv is also the only club, at least out of the main three, that give you the most opportunity. Like they have the Tuesday open mic, which is awesome. 2 hours of just straight bucket,
Yeah.
And then the next day on Wednesday they have the lab, which is in the little room, and that's it's 2 hours of just straight bucket. So you got 2 chances a week to do the open mic at the Improv. You get 1 chance at the Laugh Factory, but it's terrible, and like only 8 people get pulled from the bucket because they waste the first over half the time on callbacks in the line. And then the Comedy Store is just random, never gonna get it.
It's
once a year,
2 times a year.
2 times a year if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
So the Improv's got it down, man. They really do.
Yeah. That's what's up.
They really do. I think the best strategy would be do the Comedy Store any chance you get, because you don't know when it's going to happen again.
Yep.
But hit the Improv constantly. Always go to the Improv. And then the Factory, I'm kind of doing this, pulling an audible and trying to show my face around the Factory. But then I go to the lab, and then I go to the lab, which is the day after.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting both, but I'm missing the main room open mic.
I really like your approach where I feel like if you can shine at the Laugh Factory, they'll kind of take whatever they can get.
Yeah.
Because they know that every, comic that knows they're really good gets pulled off into the other two clubs.
Yeah.
And so the bottom of the barrel kind of winds up at the Laugh Factory. And so if we can be bottom of the barrel, that's something.
Yeah. I don't even think we mentioned that. This is the Halloween episode, folks. The Halloween episode. By the time this comes out, it'll be Halloween.
We didn't even address it.
We
That's
get no context
Yeah.
as to why we're in costumes.
Yeah, I just kind of randomly in costumes. Yeah, by the time this comes out, it'll be Halloween, so we got to dress up, man. Got to keep it festive.
Ryan, I see you've switched your mustache to a clown's nose.
I did, yeah. I thought it'd be better.
It is. I like it more.
I thought it'd be better. See, because I'm the funny pilot.
You are.
Yeah. I'm I don't really take piloting very seriously.
It's kind of the last thing I want to hear from my pilot.
I'm like the silly pilot, you know?
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Like I fly.
Okay.
Like I fly. I do the F-16 Viper,
Okay.
but I do it like silly.
You silly flying air. At least
Yeah.
would you be comfortable with him as your airline pilot?
I'm not. I don't think so.
Why not?
And-
Look, I did all the courses. I took all my classes.
Oh, I believe you.
I've put in the hours.
Yeah.
I've got over 9,000 flight time hours.
Well,
Okay? But I do wear this nose when I fly.
See, that's what I get hung up on.
See,
man.
people have a big issue with that, and I don't understand. I'm just flying like anyone else would fly. I'm just wearing a red nose.
I feel for me, I feel that when people see the red nose, they think that you don't take flying an airplane that they're on very seriously.
What?
yeah.
I don't understand that at all.
I think they might worry for their safety a little bit. Just a little
But
bit.
I've never crashed.
Okay.
Look, I'm just like every other pilot.
Are you?
Okay, I just wear a red nose, and they don't.
It
It doesn't. I don't let it affect my flight, my flying.
Your performance?
Sure.
You don't think that it's okay, look, it's not necessarily about like whether you can land the plane or not. I'm just saying
That's good. What is that?
are you drinking too?
What? I got a flight later. It's okay.
First of all, what is that? You made that. I watched you make it.
Did I make that? Sorry, I have blackouts randomly.
Okay, see, that's back to the confidence thing.
What?
People, when they see you with a red clown, I know you've done the hours. I know you've put in all the time.
Yeah, dude.
But when they see the clown nose and you're in the airport sipping on your fourth vodka tonic, I don't think that makes a lot of people confident in your ability to fly the airplane.
I can fly just fine with or without a red nose.
You're the only pilot I know who has cocktail peanuts in his pockets at all times.
I do enjoy a mid-flight snack.
Yeah, but not like in the pockets like a fourth grader. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe other pilots just aren't as prepared as I am, I think.
No, I think they're prepared. I think they put it in a Ziploc bag like a person and not a heathen. You just go to the bar where you have your fourth vodka tonic and you take handfuls of nuts from the nice bar.
Yeah, fourth.
And you just shove them raw in your pockets. And then you go on the plane.
Well,
Just raw
look,
dog.
I don't make the jumpsuits, okay? They have like 9. I got 9 pockets. I don't even own 9 things. What am I supposed to keep in 9 pockets?
But here's the thing, you're a
You
pilot.
can put some peanuts in there, maybe
so
a little
5
mini.
handfuls of mixed cocktail nuts.
Yeah,
is like
and
the
maybe a little
solution.
mini of Jack Daniels or something. And then the other pocket is for red noses.
Yeah, but to
It's
raw.
the peanut pocket. It's the peanut pocket.
Yeah, but they're honey roasted nuts, so
I
you're
know.
gonna get like salt.
Super
and
messy.
Honey.
My pocket is so messy and salty, you can't even stick your hand in it.
Yeah.
And then
just
all the
crumbs.
controls are greasy and fucking grimy. It's nuts. Right? Get it?
God.
See,
Oh my god.
I'm like the cool pilot.
well, look, we're not
Oh,
and
gotta go
that's-
fly later. I don't know where this is going.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the flight bit.
That's a good bit though.
Hayden's actually dressed as a cop because he got that outfit for a bit we did like 2 years ago. Officer Bruce.
Yeah, Officer Bruce with the LAPD.
That's on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check that out. I thought it was pretty funny.
We never showed you that, have we, Elise?
Oh,
I've heard of it.
let's
but
show it
I've never
right now.
seen it.
We're gonna
Watch
show
it
you
live on the podcast.
Live
right
on the
now.
podcast?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
How's it going, officer?
I'm Officer Bruce with the LAPD. Do you know why I pulled you over?
No, sir, I don't think I was speeding.
No, you weren't speeding. But I could tell your vibe was a little off back there. I'm gonna have to perform a standard issue vibe check.
I'm sorry, a what?
A vibe check. I'm gonna check your vibe.
You're gonna check my vibe?
Sir, don't make this any harder than it's got to be. Let me just perform the vibe check and I can get you on your way.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Have you started yet?
I've already started. That's strike 2.
Wait, strike 2? What was strike 1?
And that's strike 3.
How many strikes are there?
It's a 4-strike system. You're on thin ice.
Just kind of weird that you use 4 strikes.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to stop talking. Ah. Nah, that ain't it. Your vibe is way off. You're coming with me.
Oh, come on, dude. Officer.
Come on.
Officer.
Come on.
How's it going, officer? So stupid. Hold on.
Like the
man,
apology.
those were
Don't like or subscribe.
those were some dark times. We had nothing going on.
Oh, that was really bad. That was super bad.
I mean,
I regret making that almost. Have you ever seen these?
no.
No?
I
Have
don't-
you ever seen COVID-19 turn me gay?
I have not seen these.
Oh, okay. We gotta show you COVID-19 turn me gay, dude. It's so funny. I'm sorry for this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is the last.
Dude.
This podcast is not going to be us forcing Elise to watch these old videos.
We've never shown these before. I don't
This-
even think we've talked about them. Seriously?
Yeah.
In 90 episodes, we never really brought up the vlogs or the videos we made.
All right. Well, this will be the first and last time.
I will invest time in watching these.
Okay.
Welcome back to BJLA News. I'm Hayden Wyckoff. Tonight's top story, the long-term side effects of COVID-19. What are they? How long do they last? We're going live now to Ryan Jennings in Hollywood to tell us about his experience with the virus and how he's dealt with it. Ryan?
Thanks for having me, Hayden.
Ryan, what kind of side effects are you experiencing after having contracted COVID-19?
Well, my throat is still sore. My sense of smell isn't what it used to be. I'm gay now, and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, what was that last thing you said?
I said my head hurts.
No, not that. You said the virus turned you,
Gay. Yeah, I'm gay now. Because of the virus.
you're gay now.
That is correct.
And you're saying that the virus did this to you.
Yeah, it was totally the virus that did that.
Ryan, to my knowledge, spontaneous homosexuality is not a side effect of COVID-19.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Must be like a freak case or something, because I am super gay now. I mean, I wish I wasn't, but I am.
Huh, so you don't think you might have just been gay before the virus?
No way. I was so straight. Probably the straightest guy ever. I mean, I probably banged like 1,000 chicks.
1,000 women.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, Ryan, I think that you're just a gay man that is using COVID-19 as an excuse to come out of the closet.
Nah, you got it all wrong. I mean, just ask my boys how many Friday nights they would catch me with a mouthful of vagina.
Vagina.
Uh-huh. Yes. Like every night.
Right, well, you heard it here first, folks. COVID-19 is the cause of this man's newfound homosexuality and definitely not a lifetime of staunch denial. We'll be right back after these messages.
And cut.
Wait till my husband hears about this.
Because of the virus.
Oh,
I was actually really proud of that one.
That was really funny.
That was pretty
you
good, huh?
You should
Fun.
be proud of that, the both of you.
Thank
I
you.
liked that.
Thank you. That took me back to when we had nothing.
Oh
going
my
on.
God.
We had just moved to LA, and there was nothing going on. Everything except grocery stores and like gas stations were closed.
Dude, we weren't
Yep.
doing stand-up then.
Yeah.
We were doing no stand-up, just going to work, and then just us drinking in the apartment, coming
Yeah.
up with ideas. And, I mean, I'm super proud of that video. But, like, I
Yeah.
look back to that right now, and I'm like, wow, what a dark, weird time that was. Yeah, we'll finish this pod up, and we'll go hit Norm's, man, right down the road.
Ooh, that sounds so good. I've been so hungry all day.
I wanted to get a set in today, but we ran too many errands, and with the pod, going to eat afterwards, it wouldn't work.
That's okay. More than okay.
Yeah, we'll go hit some sets tomorrow.
I was gonna say I've been meaning to hit North Hollywood. I was gonna go up. I was gonna hopefully clean up the apartment, do my adult shit, go to Costco, and then go up to North Hollywood, go up to the Valley, do some mics up there.
Yeah, it's important to get out into the Valley and do those mics because they're good mics, and the people that frequent them are good people,
Yeah.
funny folks. But there is this funny like disconnect between like Hollywood mics and Valley mics
Yep.
that
Very
you
much.
don't really see a big crossover.
No, it's a totally different animal.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's harder. I think the Valley's kind of harder for some weird reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but like Fourth Wall, North Hollywood, that's a rough room.
That's a tough room.
I
Yeah.
have had bombs at Fourth Wall, North Hollywood.
Dude, I've had fucking nuclear missiles at Fourth Wall, North Hollywood, and then like in their other spot, down the road, fine.
Yeah,
Oh, lovely.
Cafe. Yeah,
A lovely little place.
Yeah, we've all done shows there.
Yep.
yeah. I like the shows at Fourth Wall Cafe.
I've had good shows there.
And even their mics they're good mics, and I love the host, dude, Joe Menente.
Yeah, shout out to Joe.
Yeah, I don't think we've
so
ever
great.
mentioned him before. Joe Menente, man, his T levels, man, they're through the roof. Not to give away his material, but
They're off the charts.
they're off
man.
the charts, man. His T levels are through the roof.
No,
God,
but-
he's a great host. Fucking brings the energy, man.
Yeah, no man has looked better in a tank top than Joe.
Yeah.
At Fourth Wall.
He gave me a piece of advice once. Joe Menente did. He said, because I went on stage. He brought me up on stage, and I was like, man, I'm so jealous of your energy. Like, he's so energetic and loud. And I was like, man, I wish I had that. But then he went up after me and was like, no, you don't want to have that. You want to do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, do whatever your thing is, like, do that. Don't try to be super energetic guy. If that's not you, don't do it. You know? And I'm kind of calm. I feel calm, not super energetic on stage. But I want to be, you know? But if that's not what you are, just don't do it.
I think about people like Colin Coughlin.
Oh, dude, Colin
Talk
Coughlin.
about not only a funny fucking man,
So funny.
but talk about a guy with energy.
Yeah.
Even when he's just standing still, he does it with all the energy in the whole wide world.
Uh-huh.
And he's just a guy who's naturally built like even when we're just talking shit after the mics standing outside a Badger.
Yeah.
He talks with all the energy in the world. He
Yeah.
just is an energy guy.
He's great.
And
I'm so jealous of that. I wish I had that enthusiasm and energy and fucking balls that it takes to do the kind of jokes Colin does.
But when everyone's trying to be Colin and you're still being you become refreshing.
Yeah.
And you become something that people look forward to.
Yeah, because you have to be your thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
You have to be your thing. Like, also another good one is Hayden Ezzy.
Yes.
I look at that dude go on, and I get a different thing from him. Like, he's so comfortable struggling that I try to emulate, you know? Like, he's so comfortable. He'll go up there with almost nothing and just like come up with a set. And there's like highs and lows, but he pulls it off. And there are so many comedians in our level of comedy that I look up to and aspire to be like. And like Ezzy's one of those guys.
He's very vulnerable.
Yeah, very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, he'll fuck it like an open wound up there.
Dude, he makes me uncomfortable when he'll go up and like he'll touch on a topic, and I'll be like, ooh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's so me. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Aw, damn.
It's very real. Sometimes it's a little too real.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, leave me alone, man.
And dude, I like Colin Coughlin. I've seen him rip his shirt off and fucking dance.
Dance.
I've seen him dance with his shirt off for fucking 4 minutes and kill.
Yep.
Kill, man.
Yep. I've watched him just stand still until his face turned purple,
Uh-huh.
and the room just broke down in laughter over it. He's very smart. He's very good at his shit.
I look at so many comedians that we hang around with, and I like admire certain parts of what they do, you know? Like Sam Orson has this confidence on stage that I aspire to have one day. I mean, he'll walk up there and grab the mic and walk to the front of the stage, and he's proclaiming shit up there, and I'm like, I fucking get it, Sam. You know what I mean? He's got this confidence.
He's like a pastor at a Catholic church.
Yeah.
He's just up there, dude.
It's great. It's fucking great. But you really just have to do your thing.
But also, I recognize that's totally not me. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm the, hey guys, what's going on? I have a few thoughts I'd like to share, and some of them go from 0 to fucking 10 like this.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like I know kind of the road that I'm kind of going on.
Yeah, maybe the more upset angle.
I have a lot of jokes where I'm upset. I'm upset often. 99% of the time, I'm constantly upset.
Yeah.
Elise, how do you approach like vulnerable material, like material that hits so close to home that you're actually like uncomfortable about it?
I don't do it.
He's just like, nah.
I tend not
I
to
can't
do
touch
it.
that.
It's part of why I really want to get into roasting, because I want to get good at doing that kind of material. I want to be able, and I really want to get good at specifically having other comics do that material on me, because I've had moments where a comic gets on stage and they banter about me, but they do it in a way where it's like, ooh, that's uncomfortable. And I don't want to have that anymore. I don't want to like feel like a weird disconnect when that happens. And I think roasting's a great, because it's all like the point. You're all there in jest. You're all there in fun and games. You know, it's fine. We're all friends. So hearing those things in that kind of an environment. If you're interested in roasting me at the Comedy Store, email the Bombing Podcast and they'll let me know.
Yes,
Bombingpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
They'll get back to me.
This podcast will be the middleman of the roast. Do it, man. Yeah, if you want to roast Elise, email the podcast. Speaking of roast battle, I'm doing my first roast on November 21st against Andrew the Hack Cassidy.
The Hack.
What?
You did this bit last week. No, I'm shutting it down now.
Wait, hold on.
I'm shutting it down now. You did this bit last week. I watched the podcast. You did this bit last week.
I don't think I did. I don't know.
You've been called out, Ryan.
What are you talking about here? What's going on here? What are you talking? Look,
This banter happened last week of the Hack Cassidy. Wait. The Hack. Yeah, we've always called him that. No. I don't know if we've always called. I watched it last
I thought
week.
everybody called him that.
No one's called him that once. You made that up.
Okay, well, what do people call me?
Ryan the Hack Jennings.
No way. No way, people.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but
I've never heard that once.
I think Andrew actually told me personally. He pulled me aside. He's like, "Hey, I know you're like my friend. I want to confide in you. You know, please don't tell Ryan this. But every time I talk about him on stage, I bring him up as Ryan the Hack Jennings.
That's crazy. I've never heard him say that.
Yeah, it's just weird that he's never told you that.
I've always heard people say, like, you know, Ryan the Handsome Jennings. That's what I've heard.
What?
Ryan the Handsome Jennings.
Who have you heard that from?
Oh, just about everybody. You guys haven't heard that?
Name one person.
Oh, just fucking who knows? I mean, I can't. How much time do you have? You know?
I don't want to say you're not. I'm just saying.
But I mean, everyone calls me that.
I'm not. That's what I'm not saying.
Really?
I don't think everyone.
Maybe
calls
we don't
you
go to
that.
the same mics.
But we do though.
We go to all the same mics.
We do go to the same mics.
I don't know.
though.
Maybe it's like depends on the host or whatever.
Elise, I haven't heard one person call him Brian Hanson.
I haven't heard him. I haven't heard it either.
I can't. I mean, I can't.
I feel bad to disagree with it. I feel bad.
I don't feel bad at all. I think he's delusional. I think he's
Well, okay.
I think he's spiraling in a
What the fuck is
mental
happening right now?
illness black hole right now.
I can't
Okay.
leave the apartment without hearing. Hey, is that Ryan the Handsome Jennings? I hear it all the time. Regardless, look, let's not get bogged down about who's handsome and who's not. You know, look. Speaking of roast battle, I do have my first roast battle, November 21st.
Yep.
Against Andrew Cassidy.
Yep.
That dude's going down.
Yep.
That dude is going down.
Yes, he is.
That'll be super fun. I've said this a few times. If you're a fan of the podcast and you want to come out and watch my first roast battle, drinks on me. A drink is on me. I'll get you one drink, a beer. I'll get you one. Like, I'll get you a water. I'll get you a drink, like one free water. If you come out and see me, like, I'll get you a drink of water. If you come out to my first roast. I mean, I've only ever made $7.50 on doing stand-up comedy. So that's kind of my budget, $7.50. So I'll get you like a water if you come on out November 21st. Ryan the Handsome Jennings versus Andrew the Hack Cassidy. That's going to be a great battle. I'm really looking forward to that battle. All right, how about we try email and we'll wrap this thing up, all right? All right, folks, this podcast has an email, bombingpodcast@gmail.com. You can email us anything you want. Questions, questions about show dates, maybe roast battles coming up. I have one November 21st against Andrew the Hack Cassidy, and that's going to be awesome. Bombingpodcast@gmail.com. We check them at the end of every podcast, so we're going to check this week's emails right now. This email is a question from someone we don't know. This person's never emailed the podcast before. Ever. This is a first-time emailer.
That is
Okay.
That is a lie.
It's a bold-faced lie.
You have lied to the audience.
Hello,
That's-
Wendy.
Okay. Hey, chill! This email reads, what are your favorite pizza toppings? I'm going to go supreme or pepperoni. That's it.
That's it. I'm gonna have a really controversial take here. I don't mind sardines on pizzas.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I
I thought I was gonna be bold here.
I think I just shit my pants.
I might have as well. My God.
It's protein.
You're lying.
No, I don't mind a sardine on a pepperoni pizza.
This is actually crazy.
Oh.
You've seen me eat sardines as a snack.
Yeah, I know
on a
you.
regular basis.
You'll put sardines on a saltine.
Yep.
Sardines on a saltine.
Yep.
With some olive oil.
Yeah, so I don't mind them on a pizza. I think that, that's fine. They're there.
That's crazy.
I've never known someone who actually will put a sardine on a pizza.
It's a free country.
I don't think that has anything to do with the fact.
I'm allowed to order whatever I'd like.
Okay.
Everybody gets their balloon nut tied up with pineapple on pizza. That's the big.
See, and that's where I was gonna go.
Yeah.
I love pineapple on
Oh
pizza.
no, it's great. I
it's
agree.
not. No, it's not.
Oh, I agree. It's great.
You're both wrong.
Hey, dude, it's bread in your mouth and shit out your ass later. Who cares?
Look, you don't gotta
Who cares
sell me.
what it's at?
You don't gotta sell me on the fact that it is shit out my ass later. I understand. It's shit out my ass later.
Elise, what is your favorite?
Pineapple and bacon.
Oh, a little Hawaiian.
See, Hawaiian's pineapple and ham. I don't think ham is salty enough. I want a little extra salt to really cut the sweetness. I want pineapple and bacon. I live for it.
I dig that.
And then you always, wherever, even Papa John's is the only one that gives it out for free, but every single like fast food delivery pizza place will make that garlic crap, that creamy yellow sauce. And you order it and you put hot sauce in it and you mix it up and you pour it all over the pizza and it's the best thing ever.
What the
That
fuck?
sounds fantastic, actually.
What the
yeah,
fuck?
you and I are on the same page. Yes.
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 Garlic.
All right.
Garlic hot sauce. What do you do?
Yes.
Ranch.
So it's
ranch.
Hmm?
Ranch.
ranch is fine
Fine.
for pizza. I'll take it. If it's my only choice, I'll take it.
It's pretty great.
It's fine. It's no sardines.
No, I think you're.
It's no sardines and melted Lego guys sauce.
Wait,
It's-
hold on. What?
I'm just
No.
I'm just saying.
Melted Lego men.
No.
I'm just saying. It's not the same.
Yeah, I mean, I know it is that same color. It do be that color though of
Yeah.
melted Legos, but
Like if you melted down the Brickster and all of his
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
it'd be that same color. It
Nice and creamy.
it does slap.
yeah, talk about pepper
It
the
slaps
pizza dude.
so hard.
I don't know, man. Sardines, I can't get on board with sardines though.
That's hard for me.
Well, you guys have fun living in the pagan bullshit world, because I've ascended to a different level of pizza enjoyment that you guys have no idea about.
That's
All
crazy.
right, you have zero clue about it. I love sardines.
That's weird. I don't know. I just
I'm gonna go pick some up tonight.
what? Why? I don't know why.
Just because I haven't had them in a while. They're really good. They're tasty.
Craving some sardines.
Yeah, I eat them and I go, that was neat. That was a neat meal I just
Is
ate.
that what you? That's what
Bones
you
and
go.
all.
Yeah.
That's what you're like after you eat sardines.
Yeah, they're good. They're very good.
I don't know. You'd have to go, but you got to go down the weird aisle at the grocery store.
I mean, they're next to all the other weird food that we never
Yeah,
get.
yeah, for like oyster juice and stuff like that.
Yeah, or like clams in a cylinder or
yeah,
something.
hot clams in a jar.
Yeah,
weird food.
had a couple hot clams back in the day.
Oh.
Hey, no, all right.
Okay, hey, guys, listen.
Okay, Lord.
Look, let's end the email. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the email.
If you'd like your email read, email the podcast, bombingpodcast@gmail.com. I think that's it, guys.
That was the podcast.
Let me outro this shit.
Hold on, let me radio for some backup real quick. Hey, we need some backup for the outro of this podcast. It's just us three here, so if you could send some additional units, that'd be great.
I don't think that radio's real.
I don't think it's really there.
I think it's plastic.
I
I can see from here it's plastic. I just don't
This is the end of the podcast.
think a real cop would. I don't think their shirt would say "cop" on it.
Now that you're bringing it up, this thing is plastic.
What?
Here.
With
Yeah,
not
this-
an ounce of weight to it.
Yeah, this is nothing.
I'm starting to think that might not be the radio back to my precinct.
I'm starting to think this is not a real gun.
Have you heard people talk back to you on this thing?
Yeah, all the time. They're like,
What?
Yeah, they're like, Officer Wyckoff, we have a 5150 on Crenshaw and National.
There's
What
not
the
a
fuck?
single moving piece on this gun.
What is this thing?
What's this thing?
No, this is fake, man.
For real?
Yeah, this is fake.
Ah, fuck.
It's very obviously fake.
I have my flashlight that works. I'm starting to think maybe I'm not a real police officer.
Ryan,
Huh?
stop.
What? I'm just saying this gun isn't fake. Or is fake. If this gun was real, I'd be dead right now. Okay, but it's very fake because there's nothing happened when I put it in my mouth, you know.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. All right. Well,
That's the pod.
I think that's the pod.
That's the pod.
Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on.
Ryan, wrap it up.
Let me wrap this up. Fuck, this is bad. Hold on. All right, guys, that's the end of episode 90 of Bombing Podcast. Just a reminder, this podcast has an email. Email us your questions at bombingpodcast@gmail.com. I have a roast battle coming up November 21st against Andrew Cassidy. He will be on the podcast after our roast battle, and we're gonna talk about like how bad I crushed him and how he has to quit comedy now because I roasted him so bad he can't show his face around town anymore. So look forward to that episode the week after November 21st. Elise, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
It's always great to have you here.
It's always great to be here.
Three-peat, that's a hat trick. Hat trick podcast.
I'll be here anytime
Guest.
you want me.
And I think that's it. Tune in next week for episode 91, and we'll see you guys next week, episode 91.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching. Good night.
Good night.
Because of the virus.